Have you ever been worried or scared about letting too many people into your life in this open and connected world? It's more important than ever to keep your personal secrets. As the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it." In this video, we'll talk about the 9 things you should always keep to yourself, both to protect yourself and to build a strong and peaceful inner self, according to Stoic philosophy. Let's learn how to be real Stoics who don't give up and build a useful life. Number 1. Don't brag about how much you've grown. Every day we work on becoming better versions of ourselves, but there's a truth I want you to understand clearly. Self-improvement isn't really worth it. Lies not in bragging about what we've done, but in the quiet journey we take. Remember Epictetus's teachings. He was a master of the philosophy of life, and I have a lot of respect for him. Let your actions, not your words, show how valuable you are. In fact, self-promotion not only fails to show how hard we're working, it can make those efforts seem less important. Imagine that every step you take towards self-perfection doesn't need to be seen by everyone. These are the quiet steps that only you can fully appreciate. This doesn't mean you should keep all of your accomplishments to yourself. Share them modestly so that others can see the change in the way you live and act every day. In today's world, where people are easily offended, this is especially important. Don't get caught up in numbers and fame. The deepest respect and admiration usually come from people who know the value of actions as well as words. Instead of focusing on making an impression on others, spend your time and energy nurturing your soul, learning new skills and improving your virtues. You'll feel more confident and at peace when you choose a humble way of living without bragging. You won't feel the need to prove yourself to anyone because you know your true worth. You'll also become an inspiration to those around you, not through words, but through your actions and results. This is the most real and powerful way to inspire and influence those around us. Today we'll learn an important lesson about being humble and aware of your own needs. This lesson teaches us not to brag about how much we've grown as people. While growth is great, how we talk about it can have a big effect on how others see us and how sincere our journey seems. Figuring out growth. Answer. Growth is more than just making success. It's about changing and becoming better people. A. Personal versus public growth. Growth is often a very personal journey, but it's important to be aware of how it affects how we deal with other people. The urge to show off. B. Ego and insecurity. Someone may brag about their growth to get attention or to boost their own ego. C. Seeking approval. We brag sometimes to get other people's approval or respect, which makes our growth seem less real. Third, why bragging about growth is bad. A. Turning people off. Always bragging about our progress can turn people off by making them feel inferior or detached. B. Undermining authenticity. When we brag about our growth, it can make people question whether or not we are telling the truth. C. Stagnation. By giving people a fake sense of accomplishment, bragging can make them lazy and stop them from growing. IV. Growing in humility. A. Show gratitude. Thank people for being there for you along the way and for helping you grow. B. Recognize imperfection. Accept that you are still growing and recognize the places where you need to improve. C. Listen and learn. Keep an open mind about feedback and different points of view, knowing that learning new things all the time is part of growing. How to effectively communicate growth. A. Set a good example. Show your growth through deeds instead of words, and let your humility inspire others. B. Share with honesty. When you talk about your growth, Be honest and humble, and focus on the process instead of the end goal. C. Empower others. Instead of bragging, help others on their own growth paths by creating an environment where people can support and work together. Coming to the end, the journey of growth is a deep and life-changing event. But it's important to remember that humility is what makes it real and powerful. When we stop talking and choose to be humble, we not only honor our own journey, but we also encourage and inspire those around us. Let's promise to be humble as we continue to learn more about ourselves and grow. Number 2, do not say bad things about yourself. We live in a time when self-criticism and doubt are common, but don't let yourself become your own worst enemy. Remember that inner strength and resilience are what will help you through the storm, so make sure you take care of them. The first and most important thing we need to do is stop criticizing ourselves. As Marcus Aurelius, a great role model for us, said, "Never let your words become your enemy." Self-deprecating statements like, "I'm not good at this," or "I'll never be able to do this," hurt your self-esteem and stop you from growing and improving. Each one is like a brick in the wall between you and the best version of yourself. So let's be architects of our lives and choose our words carefully. Instead of putting ourselves down, say things like, "Everything is within my reach, and I will achieve this." I want us all to share this journey, not just a lesson, but a way of life. Remember that we are not only people seeking stability and peace of mind, but also builders of bridges between each other through these priceless lessons. We should work together to make the future a place where inner strength and perseverance are not only praised, but also lived out every day. Number 3, keep quiet when you need to. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with information and everyone is trying to be heard. This creates a world full of voices that few people actually listen to. This is why Zeno's advice is even more important. Listening is not just a skill, it's an art. When we choose to listen, we are not only gathering information, we are also building trust, respect, and understanding with each other. In every conversation, we have the chance to learn how to grow as people, and in our relationships with others if we choose to listen. Remember that silence has its own value. Sometimes we need to be quiet to hear what's going on around us more deeply. So choose to listen as a way to learn how to grow and connect. This will not only make us better people, but also help us build a better world. It's easy to forget how important it is to be quiet in a world that often praises speaking up and being confident. But quiet is an important part of talking and interacting with other people. It can be just as important to know when to be quiet as it is to know when to speak up. We're going to talk about the art of silence and what it can teach us today. Listening with intent. Silence is more than just not hearing anything. It can be a very useful tool for active listening. By keeping quiet, we give others a chance to say what they want to say without being interrupted. To practice active listening, show that you're interested and present by making eye contact, nodding, and using other nonverbal signs. Controlling your emotions. When people are feeling angry or upset, silence can save them. We can take a moment to think, then reply with care, instead of acting without thinking. Take a moment to breathe and be quiet before you speak when you're upset or angry. This can stop things from getting worse and help people talk to each other better. Kindness and respect. Being quiet shows that you care about and value other people. This shows that you care about their point of view and are ready to give them a chance to speak. Do not talk over or stop people who are talking. Instead, be patient and let other people talk without making them feel rushed or overwhelmed. Being wise in what you see. When you want to learn or observe something, silence can be very helpful. We can look at things more clearly and learn more about people and how they act if we keep quiet. Pay attention to tone of voice, body language, and other small signs that may say more than words. Putting together and building trust. In relationships, silence can help build trust and closeness. This makes a spot where people can be honest and open without worrying about being judged. Getting used to silence during talks is something you can work on. Instead of seeing them as awkward breaks that need to be filled, see them as chances to connect more deeply. Because the world is noisy and people are always talking, being able to be quiet when you need to is a useful skill. It teaches us how to listen carefully, control our feelings, show respect and understanding, become smarter by observing, and connect with others and build trust. Let's remember how powerful silence can be and use it wisely when we talk to other people. People often say, silence is a source of great strength. Number 4. Do not be gluttonous. This is a very important lesson that one of the great Stoic thinkers, Master Musonius R. Rufus, taught about living a moderate life. It is a lesson that is more important than ever in today's world of temptations and excesses. Musonius Rufus taught that indulgence in any form is bad for the soul and body, and quickly drains our strength. This is not just advice, it's a rule of life that must be followed to the letter. Imagine our lives as a ship sailing on the ocean. If the ship has too much extra baggage, it will move slowly and easily capsize. On the other hand, a life of too much suffering and too much restriction is not the way to true happiness. Therefore, Marcus Aurelius suggests that we look for a middle path in life, one in which moderation is seen as a virtue. He says that when we eat, we should eat just the right amount, neither too little nor too much. When we drink, we should enjoy it without getting lost. And in everything, from work to leisure, we should remember that moderation is the key to balance, tranquility, and ultimately real happiness. Self-control and discipline are not just Stoic ideas, they are also lights that help each of us find happiness and purpose in our lives. Number 5. Cease complaining. As time goes on, we realize that peace and happiness are not easy things to find. We need a strong spirit that can change our thoughts and attitudes when things go wrong. In fact, we often complain because we think it's the natural thing to do in response to problems and injustices. But as Marcus Aurelius, a great scholar among us, said, the source of true happiness lies within us in the way we choose to live our lives. In order to do this, we need to learn to accept things as they are and see every struggle as a chance to grow and improve. Instead of complaining to get pity from other people, learn to find it within yourself. When we choose not to complain, we not only save positive energy for ourselves, but we also help make the world a better place for everyone else. Remember that peace and happiness are not destinations, but a journey that requires us to constantly work on controlling our own thoughts and feelings. Marcus Aurelius taught us that everything we need for a happy life is inside us. It's how we think and deal with life. If we value every moment, be patient, be thankful, and accept what is, we not only find happiness and peace for ourselves, but we also spread these values to those around us. Imagine a life where you don't complain but are thankful for everything, and every problem is seen as a chance to learn something. Not only is that kind of life doable, it can also change you. Today we're going to talk about how important it is to stop complaining and start living in thanks. How to understand the effects of complaints. Complaining as a habit. Complaining can turn into a habit that we have every day without even realizing it. Negative effects. Constantly complaining hurts our mental and emotional health, as well as our relationships and general view on life. Keeping problems alive. Complaining doesn't help solve problems. Instead, it keeps them alive, which keeps us in a negative loop. Shift in perspectives. A. Increasing awareness. The first thing we need to do to stop complaining is to become aware of how we think and talk. Looking for solutions. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, teach yourself to look for chances and solutions everywhere you go. Being grateful. Being grateful is the best way to stop complaining. Every morning, start by being thankful for the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Living in the present. Mindfulness teaches us to let go of fears and regrets about the past and the future and live in the present. Acceptance and contentment. We don't have to complain as much when we accept things as they are and find happiness in the present. C. Mindful communication. To practice mindful communication, talk about your worries in a healthy way and try to understand others instead of letting out your anger. Taking on challenges. A. Growth mentality. Have a growth mentality, which means you see problems as chances to learn and grow. Resilience. You not only become more resilient by facing and overcoming obstacles, but also by not complaining about them. Accept problems as steps on the way to success. Celebrating progress. Don't dwell on failures. Instead, enjoy the progress you've made and the lessons you've learned along the way. Leading by example. A. Effects on others. How we act and think affects the people around us. When we show thanks and strength, we encourage others to do the same. Making positive environments. Encourage a culture of positivity by focusing on solutions instead of complaints and encouraging constructive conversation. Collective growth. When people in a group or community learn to be thankful and stop complaining, the group will grow and be successful. Giving up complaining and focusing on being thankful is a process that lasts a lifetime. We can change our lives and the world around us for the better by becoming more aware, shifting our views, practicing mindfulness, taking on challenges, and setting a good example. Let's promise to be thankful every day, see the good in every problem, and share happiness everywhere we go. Number 6. Do not overthink the future. Sages of the Stoic era, wise and patient, showed that the secret of happiness does not work. It is not wrong to look to the future that we cannot touch, but we are in love live every moment to the fullest. The great philosopher and the infinite wisdom have helped us not to get lost in things that do not affect us, such as anxiety about the future or anxiety about the past. He advised us not to allow it, because that is the path to chaos and happiness. Times pass. We see life is a series of good times where our strength lies. We worry about what we can't see, but is in the ability to live each second to the fullest. Like Epictetus showed us the key to happiness, accepting and focusing on what we can change, so we can stop worrying about things beyond our control and focus on thoughts of the future or the past. We won't let you get lost in their shadow. We will spend every moment living and learning what you love. That's how we build from them a life full of meaning and happiness. We don't worry about uncertainty, but we accept and know what we can do. Life is a journey worth experiencing. Don't worry above where happiness is. Remember that it is not something we look for far away. It is something we build within ourselves by the way we choose to live and experience life every day. Number 7. Do not be ungrateful. Being thankful isn't just a nice thing to do. It's also a way to find peace and happiness inside. On the other hand, not being thankful is a widespread problem in today's society that not only drains the soul, but also makes an unseen wall between people. Big Toe, a very smart person from his time, once said that being wise means appreciating what we have instead of being sad about what we don't have. Look around you. Every day is a gift. Life, with all of its ups and downs, is a journey that we should take with a heart full of gratitude. Don't let yourself become a slave to gratitude, a state of mind in which you don't see or enjoy the good things around you. Being thankful not only makes your own life better, but it also makes your relationships with other people better. When we're thankful, our hearts and souls open up to the world, which leads to more understanding, respect, and love. A genuine thank you can make someone's whole day better, brighten up a dark moment, and bring people together in brotherly love and empathy. Be thankful every day, and remember to appreciate the little things. Thanks for the smile, the kind word, the moment of peace. Show your gratitude to others not only through words, but also through actions. Remember that life is a series of connected events, and every act of gratitude you do will create positive waves wherever you go. Gratitude is one of the brightest colors in the big painting of life. It makes your life and the world around you more beautiful. Love and beauty. Today, we'll talk about a deep lesson that everyone can relate to: how important it is to be thankful. This trait is strongly rooted in many religions, cultures, and philosophies around the world. We are focusing on the important lesson, do not be unthankful today. Let's look at why being thankful is not only a good thing to do, but also an important part of being human. Understanding gratitude. A. What is gratitude? Being grateful is more than just saying thank you. It's a sincere thanks for all the good things in our lives and an understanding of where those gifts come from. B. The parts of gratitude. It includes recognizing, appreciating, and returning the favor. To acknowledge a benefit gained, you must recognize it. To appreciate it, you must value it. And to reciprocate, you must respond with kindness. The dangers of being thankful. A. Unmet expectations. Being rude often starts with expectations not being met. When we only think about what we want or don't have, we miss the good things that are already in our lives. Relationships can get tense. Not being thankful can make relationships tense. Not recognizing other people's hard work can cause anger and withdrawal. C. Less happiness and stress. Studies have shown that not being thankful is linked to less happiness and stress. When we're constantly unhappy, it's hard to find happiness. Developing gratitude. A. Mindfulness and reflection. Think about all the good things in your life. There is beauty in the present moment that we can become more aware of when we practice mindfulness. When we write down the things we are thankful for every day, it becomes a habit to be thankful. It changes our attention from lack to plenty. Acts of kindness. Show your appreciation not only with words, but also with deeds. Doing small acts of kindness for other people makes us feel more grateful. The effects of being thankful. A. Better relationships. Being thankful makes relationships better. When we thank and honor others, we strengthen relationships and build trust. B. Better mental health. Being thankful can help your mental health. It lowers stress, makes you stronger, and makes you feel better about life in general. C. More generosity. Being thankful makes people more generous. We're more likely to share our good fortune with others when we're thankful for what we have. Being thankful changes things for the better and makes the lives of those around us better. By being thankful, we can develop an attitude of plenty, kindness, and contentment. Let's remember the important lesson: do not be unthankful. Instead, let's try to live with hearts open and souls thankful. By showing our thanks, may we not only make our own lives better, but also help make the world a better place full of kindness, respect, and happiness. Thanks a lot. The goal of this lesson is to make you think and act by stressing how important gratitude is for personal growth, healthy relationships, and general happiness. Number 8. Personal plans and goals. People often romanticize the journey to achieving personal goals as a shared voyage where aspirations are made public in the hopes of getting support and holding oneself accountable. However, a more introspective view suggests that there is great wisdom in walking this path with discretion. When we choose to keep our plans and dreams to ourselves, we give ourselves a special kind of freedom. Freedom from the weight of what other people expect of us. This plan isn't based on secrecy. Instead, it comes from the knowledge that the path to personal achievement is inherently personal. Sharing our goals, especially in the beginning, can unintentionally put pressure on us to succeed, both from society's expectations and from the supportive but sometimes annoying help of friends and family. This outside pressure, along with the different responses of others, ranging from doubt to envy, can make us lose our own drive and confidence. The negative feedback, whether it's overt or covert, could make us less excited and cloud our judgment, making it harder to stay true to our vision. Keeping our goals secret lets us work on them without being distracted by other things going on around us. It helps us stay focused and dedicated, strengthening our resolve and ability to bounce back from setbacks. This quiet approach helps us have faith in our own abilities and a strong sense of self-reliance, which gives us the power to handle the rough waters of personal growth with grace and stability. For personal growth, progress and success, it's important to make plans and set goals for yourself. They give you direction, inspiration, and a way to find your way through life. We'll talk about why plans and goals are important, how to make good ones, and ways to stay on track in this lesson. Realizing how important it is. Setting plans and goals for your life helps you figure out what you want to achieve and the steps you need to take to get there. Focus and motivation. Having clear goals helps you stay motivated and on track with your responsibilities, even when things get tough. Track your progress. Goals give you a way to keep track of your progress and celebrate your successes along the way. Adaptability. Goals and plans can be changed as things happen, giving you freedom while keeping you on track. Setting goals that will work. Specific. Make it very clear what you want to do. It's harder to reach goals that aren't clear. Measurable. Set goals for how to measure success and growth. This helps you keep track of your progress and be responsible. Achievable. Make goals that are hard but not impossible to reach. Setting goals that are too high can make you feel frustrated and let down. Important. Make sure your goals are in line with your long-term goals, beliefs, and aspirations. They should mean something to you. Time-bound. Give yourself due dates or goals to make things feel more important and make sure you keep making progress. Making plans of action. Split up your goals into smaller tasks. Break down big goals into smaller, more doable steps to make them less scary and easier to reach. Set priorities for tasks. Figure out which jobs are the most important and do those first. Set due dates. Giving yourself due dates for each job will help you stay on track and hold yourself responsible. Maintain your order. Plan your days, make lists of things you need to do, or use project management apps to keep track of due dates and tasks. Review and make changes. Check in on your progress often, make changes to your plans as needed, and enjoy your successes as you go. Getting past problems. Procrastination. Figure out why you put things off and use strategies to stop, like breaking jobs down into smaller steps or setting due dates. If you're afraid of failing, remember that setbacks are a normal part of the trip and a chance to learn and grow. Accept that failing is a part of getting better. Not having enough drive, get in touch with the reasons you want to reach your goals and picture the benefits of doing so. Surround yourself with people who will help you and look for inspiration from people who have already done well. keeping the momentum going. Stay committed. Don't give up on your goals, even if things go wrong or problems arise. The key to success is to keep going. Review and revise. Look over your plans and goals, often to make sure they are still useful, and make changes as needed based on your progress and how things are going for you. Honor accomplishments. No matter how small the accomplishment, remember it and enjoy it. This encourages good behavior and makes people more motivated. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask friends, family, teachers, or support groups for help, support, or to hold you accountable. Setting plans and goals for yourself is a great way to improve yourself and reach your goals. Following the tips in this lesson and staying dedicated to your goals will help you make your dreams come true and create a valuable and fulfilling life journey. Number 9. Deep personal experiences. Life's endless complexity gives us a rich tapestry of experiences that shape who we are and how we see the world. These experiences, which can be anything from incredibly beautiful to incredibly painfully life-changing, make up the mosaic of our being. However, in a culture that often encourages oversharing, the sanctity of these personal experiences can be compromised, which can lessen their profound impact on our growth. Deciding to keep some experiences to yourself is a form of self-respect and setting boundaries. It recognizes that not every part of our journey needs approval or commentary from others to be meaningful. Privacy lets us process and think about these experiences inwardly, drawing lessons and insights that help our personal growth. It creates a sacred space where the soul can commune with itself without outside influences. This selective sharing turns personal experiences into shared wisdom, which leads to deep connections and growth for both parties. It also makes sure that our stories are treated with the respect and reverence they deserve when we share them, which gives us control over our storyline. These 9 Stoic principles give us timeless advice on how to deal with the difficulties of modern life. From appreciating silence and being thankful to keeping secret plans and deep experiences, each principle is like a map that helps us find our way. To live a more fulfilling, peaceful, and meaningful life, we've gone through these teachings together and looked at how they can change our daily lives and lead us to true happiness and inner peace. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these Stoic principles spoke to you the most? Are there any that you're already following or plan to? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you so much for your support. It allows us to keep making videos that educate, inspire, and enlighten. Check out our channel for more videos on Stoicism, personal growth, and ways to live a more balanced and meaningful life. Let's start this journey of self-improvement and discovery, using the Stoics' wisdom to face the challenges of our time with grace and resilience. Thanks for watching, and until then, remember to live each day with purpose, gratitude, and a deep love for the present. See you in next video.